Hey guys, Juju22 here, and just wanted to say hello to everybody. And we're getting close to the end of this first round, and by the looks of it, it looks as if 8 out of the 6 teams are on their way. Well, I mean, we still have yet to do these 2 games, but we're gonna do them right now. And the first game is Houston at Utah, or Utah at Houston, excuse me. Of course, I'm still trying to get over a cold, but it is what it is. Hope everyone's having a good time, and I also understand that several other people are streaming as well. So, well, oh yeah, let me make sure. Also, hello to Blake Lewis. You've actually made it for once at the start of the show, but it's good to have you. It's good to have you. Also, hey, hello there to Mr. Walker and Mr. P. So we're going to try to get as many of these as done as we can possibly do. No, I have not created you. And it's not that it's basically I did forget, simply put. There we go. Yeah, I haven't gotten to make you yet, but even if I had, and even if I had, I still would have had to. I mean, we're still in the middle of, or we have just started the playoff push, but not to worry, I still have you on the list. That much we do have. Okay. So before I forget, let me let Mr. Insane One know and Be Super know that they are up next. I know, we got a lot of streams going on. Just letting Insane One know. I can wait for the next season. All right. I do have you set for the next Madden season, so at least I got you there. Same thing with Kelly. Who else is streaming? Well, I know that Twitch is streaming. Well, the broken Twitch, and let's see, and then Princess is also streaming. Okay, and then finally Beast. Let me just get the Beast out here. Susie is streaming right now, and Blaze will be. Yeah, it's a lot of streaming. I can tell you that much. And like I said, I just mentioned the Broken Twitch is doing a stream of his own. So if you guys like wrestling, you guys can watch his stream. I mean, of course, given that basketball and wrestling are 2 completely different sports, I figured, why not? If it was similar, I probably would have held off until later. Okay, so now that we got that, let's get into the game. Okay. Jazz Rockets. I mean, there you see B Super in the starting lineup. But then, of course, you have guys like Rudy Gobert and some of the others. So we'll find out if the Jazz are up to the task of taking on the then James Harden and Russell Westbrook Rockets. I know most people are. Oh, yeah, I get that some people are at Mr. Broken Twitch's stream. I mean, of course. I mean, like I said, it is a different sport than, say, basketball. But it is what it is. Of course, Platinum Dragon, they do a great show too. And I don't know if you guys can hear that, but they just did the Star Spangled Banner. So there you see the Jazz, who finished 2 games above 500, excuse me, and the Rockets were among the better teams, but obviously, of course, they finished second behind only the Lakers with the best record in the league. So we'll find out if B Super, as well as Insane One, and the rest of the Rockets can overcome Rudy Gobert and the rest of the Jazz. I feel that they, talent-wise, they have it enough to do it, but you never really know. But that's why we have these playoff games, because you never really know. So there you see number 6, B Super, and then number 27 for Rudy Gobert on the Jazz. Of course, there you still have, Russell Westbrook. All right, so it looks like the Jazz will start out. All right, so Mitchell starts out, and he gets a 3 to begin. All right, now Harden. A lot of dribbling and a missed 3. Also, hey, Crimson Ninja, what's up? So I did make your guys. Like, I did make Clinton, Crimson, and Kelly. Though they will be waiting in the wings for next playoff season. Now we have Ingles. Nope. Now Westbrook. I'm surprised he wasn't able to go any further. And a missed shot. Ingles goes the other way, gets it to Mitchell. Now, Mitchell has definitely shown himself to be a rising star, and another missed 3. Once again, Mitchell with the ball. Oh, drops it off to Gobert, and he slams it. And Westbrook finally breaks the scoreless drought for Houston. Of course, if I'm not as fast-paced as I usually would be, I am still trying to overcome sickness. I know I've been saying that for quite a while, but I'm still overcoming it. And Gobert trying to do a lot of dribbling, but not... He's going to have to get something up. He does. And it barely goes in. Now B Super with a mid shot. Nope, missed it. Gobert then to Ingles. And I will say this. Utah is so far, making their shots and taking good ones. But that time they missed. Now Westbrook, gets by his man. And just like that, we're down to a 1-point game. All right, Conley, then to Gobert. Back to Conley. Guarded by Westbrook. Mitchell. 3-ball. And just like that, they go back up by 4. Anyway, great to see you, Crimson Ninja. I forgot to say hello to... Well, I mean, I did say hello. What am I saying? But yeah, definitely a lot of good shows going around. And a 3-ball by Harton, and Conley is my favorite current player. Well, if he can break out, the Jazz have a chance to win this. Can I join this? Can I join this in the NFL thing? Okay. All right. So I'll call you Chaos, I guess. All right. Let me put down your Reaper. Okay. And then for NFL, let's see, NFL. All right, so we have a timeout with, excuse me, with Utah, 10-7. Oh, he is. Okay, so. All right, so. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Hang on a second. Let me get this. I forgot to do this. Oh, yeah, and those are some of the best players that have ever played for the Rockets, including Elijah Wan and some of the others. And, of course, we're going to get to see Walter Johnson later in the show. Though, like I said, I'm going to try to get as many games as I possibly can. And whatever games we don't get today, we'll have to do next week. If there's any. Alright, so. Someone from TNT Phone Company just called me. I think that's a scam, I hate to say. If it sounds too good to be true, it's probably a scam. That's just me, though. Alright. Alright, there you see the insane one. And he comes in and makes his first shot. Good job there by the insane one. Okay. There we go. Let me get the, okay, the pop-out chat. That's what I need. Yeah, I was about to say, if you already have what you want, it's like, why would you, why would they try to scam you into one? Seriously. Okay, so now that I got my woo, nice, an and one, nice and one play there for Insane One. He gets the dunk and goes to the line for one. That was a great play by Insane One. I was just about to say something to Chaos, but I forgot to commentate on this. Excuse me. And hello to Alex Williams. Anyway, Bradley, almost got himself an and one himself. Okay, so for Mr. Chaos Reaper, what team and position and number for each of the two series in NBA and NFL? I mean, we could do it one at a time if that's what if it's your speed, so I'm fine with that either way. But anyway, great to see you, Alex. All right, now Bradley to the line. Well, he makes one. So Reaper is, yeah. All right, point guard, 22 Raptors. Oh, okay. Let me do this. Let me do this. Okay, so running back, 35 for the Panthers. Okay, you'd actually be the first person to be on the Carolina Panthers. I have not had someone from the Carolina Panthers before. So you'd be the first. Okay. And then, oh, missed that last second shot. But the Jazz do lead 14-12 at the end of one. Okay, point guard. Point guard. Oh, 22. Sorry. For the Toronto Raptors. Okay. And, well, you can't hear him, so we'll skip that. Okay, so I got you down. Of course, that's going to probably mean another team will be added, and that was nearly another and one by the Insane One. I'll tell you one thing, Insane One has stepped up his game, and I don't know what else to tell you except Insane One has just been that, very insane. You know, picking up the style of his play. You just have to admire that. I mean, of course, you have Ben McLemore and Tyson Chandler, among others. Not sure if you're talking about this particular matchup or throughout the whole playoffs. So, got to be more specific as to what you mean by that. Yeah. Well, it just worked out that way, JWE. So there's Josh Brooks, i.e. JWE. Well, I'd have to think the Lakers have to be the odds-on favorites. You know, because if you could beat the Lakers, I think then it becomes a wide open thing. Oh, and Bradley gets fouled and is gonna go to the line. But I have to think it'd be the Lakers, of course. I mean, when you have LeBron and Anthony Davis, that alone is enough to put you over the top. But when you have a talented team to go with that, to go with what is already there in LeBron and AD, I mean that's a team that's just stupid good. Almost bordering on illegal, really. Well, not illegal, but it probably should be. All right, so Bradley makes it 15-14. A lot of people are streaming, like I said. It is kind of cool, but on the other hand, I also realize that, I am taking away some people. I'm not too worried about being taken away from it, but sometimes it does take away from others. So, and it looks like Blaze is doing the Gathering show. Now, as far as real life is concerned, I'm not sure if the Nets. I really don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, Insane One showing off those moves. Trying to find an open man. Well, gets himself open. Nope, gets it to Covington, and he makes it. I'm a super stream watcher. Let's see what else is going on as far as there's. I know that Clinton uses his computer and his phone. All right, so right now Houston has taken over 1915. Well, that's not the year though, but it kind of sounds like it. All right, so Utah starts out. We'll see what they have come up with at the break. Now Conley, then to Nang, if I'm even pronouncing his name right. Nang trying to get past Westbrook, and he does. Finally gets a good shot off. And the Jazz are within 2. Westbrook gets it off. No. And Ingles gets it up, but blocked by, I think that was Beast who did that. Oh, and Westbrook, nice catch with the hands and a bucket. You are a super streamer. Oh, you're talking to Clinton, yeah. He is. And Mitchell, ooh, nearly got himself an and one, but we'll have to go to the line for 2. Let me see how Princess is doing. Okay, so it looks like, well, on Princess's show, it looks like it's Edge versus The Rock. That's going to be a great matchup, actually. Back to this show. Oh yeah, here's a little drink for me. Oh, to answer Blake, yes. Oh, does Broken Twitch only do women's matches? Yes. I forgot to, I didn't even see that question, so that was my fault for not answering it. But yeah, Kelly's right about that. Anyway, James Harden, well, then gets it to Westbrook and another bucket. Westbrook with 8 points so far, which for half a game, half the length of a normal game, really, is pretty good. Anyway, Conley then gets it to Mitchell. Then to Rudy Gobert, and he gets an easy bucket. So the Jazz stay alive for a moment. And Westbrook, ooh, that would have been something if he had actually hit that. Conley, nope, stolen, and McLemore gonna go for an easy bucket, and he does. Great steal there by Tucker, getting it to McLemore. And they get themselves an easy bucket. And Mitchell, no. Then gets it to Beast, blows by his guy, and another bucket. And right now, Houston is starting to run away with it. Right now, that they definitely needed that bucket. Westbrook. Wow, just too much. Just too much for Mike Conley to handle. All right. 30-21, Houston. Conley then to Mitchell. They're going to have to do something, but then B Super steals it. Then Westbrook. Westbrook. Spin around, shoot around, and he gets it. I mean, Utah just has no answer for them. Not one bit. Mitchell, well, he got very close to the rim, and you know that was a good. That was a good heads-up play there by Donovan Mitchell, and Westbrook couldn't convert on a three on this case. Conley, back-to-back buckets for him. Or actually, no, that was Mitchell last time. All right, now Westbrook. If I get this game, I am getting him some help. Anyway, Clarkson, no. Or do you want to join the Jazz instead, Mr. Clinton? Well, for next season, at least. Anyway, so Clarkson is going to the line. Good drink, though. All right, now Austin Rivers. Wow. And Austin, well, manages to get the lucky roll. Of course, he is the son of Doc Rivers. Well, I mean, I appreciate the fact that you want me to check out something, but whether I actually do it or not, that's up to me. But make that just be your one. But make that be your one shout out, please. I don't want to make this like a, well, I don't mind promoting others. It's just, it's one thing if I know somebody or if I know the person that you're promoting, but that's kind of like, well, basically what I'm saying is ask me before doing it. But anyway, the Rockets are in the lead, 34-26. I mean, they've definitely outshot them. But otherwise, it's a very close game. It's a very close game. Oh, there we go. For a moment, I thought it was stuck there. Of course, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. It's just really the principle of the matter. Well, right now, if Houston, like I said, if Houston just plays its game, then they will win this game and possibly the series in the next game. However, if Utah's going to get back in this, they got to make their shots. Got to take good shots and stop the Rockets from scoring, or make the shots harder somehow. It's a combination of those two things, really. I know whether it's easier said than done. Oh, and wow, what a rebound there by B Super. I mean, that'll definitely bring up the noise here. I'll tell you one thing, Beast is just that, a beast. Oh, Gobert somehow manages to get an offensive rebound. And Mitchell can't even get it past Chandler. Now, B Super, no. I'm not sure if that's going to go to the line or if he is going to take it on the side. Okay, so he's going to go to the line for two. Okay. Of course, B Super looks different each and every iteration of his character. He looks a lot different than the game before that. So, but one thing that hasn't changed is the fact that he's a beast. Okay. And, well, a missed shot, but Gobert with an offensive rebound and I mean, they're still down by 10, so they're going to have to stop them right here. And that's a good first stop. Now Ingles. Oh, gets by his man. And, of course, that man was James Harden, who is notorious for having very bad, one-on-one defense. So of course he would. So that was a good take by Ingles, and he also gets a chance at a three-point play. All right, so Chandler and Westbrook. All right, so B Super, then to Westbrook, then Harden. Harden gets himself a screen, then shoots a three, and he misses again. So now Utah can get within, 4 or 5 points. And they're going to go to the line at the expense of Chandler. All right, let's see what's going on. Excuse me. And he missed it. He makes one of two, and now it's a 6-point game. If you're Utah, you don't want to allow another basket. Gets a shot off, and they do, in fact, allow a basket. But that was just a good shot there by Harton. And a reach-in foul by James Harton, and I think that, if I'm not mistaken, that's his 4th foul. And it's not very often that we have foul trouble for anybody. Anyway, Mitchell. Oh, wow, wait. Gobert got it. Oh, but then slapped away by Beast. Takes a mid-range shot, and he hits it. Man, just when the Jazz were about to get within 5 points, they turn it around. Not sure why it would do that. Anyway, Mitchell gets by Harton, and for Harton, that's his 5th foul. Well, now he's in foul trouble, so, you know, if you're James Harton, now you got to be careful, because one more foul and you're out of the game. And when you take out, you know, the offensive capability of one, James Harton, I mean, you take away his points, I mean, you take out a large chunk of offense. You know, for the Houston Rockets, so while Harton is going to have to go to the bench for the time being, Insane One's going to have to step up. And this is where a young guy like Insane One can step up and become a man. Well, I mean, not to say he wasn't a man before. And Westbrook, nope, a missed shot. Now Conley. Then to Mitchell. Mitchell gets a forced shot up. That was not a good shot. Westbrook goes the other way. What? Check the banger out? What? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Anyway, Gobert with a big slam, and now it's a 6-point game again. Now Insane One. Then gets it to Tucker, then to Gordon. Gordon with a huge 3. He hasn't had too many shots as Gordon, but that's a huge one. And the Jazz will have to take a timeout. Then, of course, we have the Cool Kids Club. Anyway, now Conley going up against Insane One. Goes right up against Tucker. Oh, we got a jump ball. And the Jazz win the jump ball. And a 3-pointer, and I believe, yep, it does count. So once again, it's a 6-point game again. I mean, Utah has kept it close. Now Austin Rivers. Back to Tucker again. Gordon tried to drive, and he gets to the bucket, and he makes it. And now Moudet, then to Gobert. And, well, anyway. I have a big mosquito bite on your chin. Oh. Kind of random. Well, not sure how you would get that, unless it's hot wherever you live, but still, I'm pretty sure it stings, though. And also, hey, JT Price, what's up, man? And, well, a miss. All right, so Conley will have to go back to the bench, but we've got about 52.5 seconds left in the third. All right, so now a 7-point game. Now Insane One. Tries to go down off the glass, but instead, Chandler, nobody blocked him out, and he was able to get an offensive rebound and a stuff in. And now Gobert. And another jump ball. I think that's this. I've not seen this many jump balls in my time here, but all right. So Houston wins the jump ball. And Gordon, well, had to release a big shot out, and no, that was not even going to make it. But Houston does lead 49-40. So we'll find out if the Rockets will hang on and win, or if the Jazz will have one last run. We'll find out right after this. Well, I mean, as long as you're safe, that's what matters, Mr. Price. All right, so Clarkson. Then tries to get it to Bradley, then to Ingles. Then gets in and does not get a good shot on. Well, I mean, it was a good shot. It just didn't go in. And Gordon, well, just got by his own man by Moudet. Now Utah, down by 11. They're going to have to really... Well, for one, they have to take care of the ball. And Insane One with an and one, as both he and his fellow Animaniac, B Super, got together. I'll tell you one thing. Beast and Insane One are a formidable team. And they're showing us why they have been, for the Houston Rockets, this whole season. Well, regular season. And he completes the three-point play. I mean, Utah's going to have to come up with a better strategy because the one they're using is not working. And Clarkson gets one. I mean, after one quarter, I mean, ever since then, Houston has been in the lead for quite a while. That Huston will win. And an alley-oop attempt, but it went awry. And Harden, no. Almost got the three-pointer, but, well, almost could have gotten himself a three-point play, but we'll have to go to the line for two. And hello to Lucky. Yeah, they may be stacked, but sometimes that doesn't always usually translate into success. Oh, also let me check my phone really quick. Okay. And hello to our man Too True. Anyway, good to see you, man. Right now, Utah's just trying to, figure out what can we do for next game. And for Houston, they just want to close this game out. Now B Super gets to the bucket. Nope, offensive rebound and a three-point play opportunity coming up. I'll tell you one thing, B Super. I'll tell you what, if any team could probably match up against the Lakers, it could be this team. Are those the? Oh, are you? Those are the teams that were super teams, and yet they didn't do so well. I mean, the Heat eventually got their act together, but not that first year though. Oh yeah, the OKC Thunder when they had Westbrook, they had Harden, and they had Kevin Durant. In fact, if you go if you go to what's his face, if you go to Mike Korzemba's channel, there's actually a video in which he talks about what if the James Harden trade never happened, i.e. the trade that sent him here to the Rockets back in 2013, I think. Yeah, there's actually a video about that. And Harden with an and one coming up. Right now, Houston is just taking over right now. I mean, Utah kept it as close as it could, but now they just started to falter right now. I'm surprised Lucky knows a lot about basketball. Good luck in the basketball games. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I seriously do. I appreciate that. Anyway, Mitchell. Yeah, they just cannot get anything going. All right, so B Super gets in the lane, then to Tucker. I mean, yeah, on paper you'd think that they made it to the finals, but they couldn't get the job done against the more team oriented Detroit Pistons. I still remember that one. Now Mitchell, then Connolly. Conley, 3-pointer, still can't get anything. Now less than 2 minutes left to go. And, well, denied, but then Tucker gets it. Westbrook with a shot, and he gets a 3. Yeah, Ben Wallace was an anchor. But Conley and Gobert, nope. Offensive rebound, and finally the Jazz get some points, but too little too late at this point. I might consider joining the off season in the draft. Oh, you want to be part of this series? Lucky San? I always call people and then San. Just because I was a big fan of what's it called, the Karate Kid, and a 3-pointer. No. All right, so Lucky. Exactly where would you want to be drafted, and at what position and number? Well, by number I mean like the number on your jersey. Goku-san. Anyway, Westbrook, yeah, they just cannot stop him. Anyway, Utah. Conley, yep, they got that one. 26. Anyway, Westbrook, then to Harden. Well, okay. Then I will let you know which team drafts you. The only thing I do need is a position. Like center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard, or point guard. That's the only thing I need. But congratulations to Houston, as it leads 1-0 in a best of 3 against Utah. Similar to Gary Payton. Okay. A lot of people go for point guards, but all right. So for Lucky, he is, I will put to be drafted. And we'll find out who will be the lucky team, pun intended, that will get his services, especially a team that is in desperate need of all the help it's going to get. This game is courtesy of the National Basketball Association. 2K Sports. All rights reserved. All right. Although I don't think that's going to be a problem, Lucky. I honestly don't think so. Or okay. If I have to, or okay, we'll see what happens though. We'll see which team gets you, and we'll find out from there. But let's take a look. There you see Westbrook and Harden. I mean, of course, Westbrook with 18 points. But the focus of this whole thing is B Super with 11 points. He also had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and he also had 3 steals and a block. And Insane One had 10 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 2 steals. So those are good stats there by 2 guys that just filled it up really nicely. A balanced attack. What more could you ask? So congratulations to Houston. But they still need to get one more win before moving on to the next round. So, alright, so all that's left, at least in this first round, is the last game 1, and that is the Lakers. Now, wait, who's on the Lakers? Let me see. Let me double check to see who's on the Lakers really quick. Because, let's see. Ooh. You can get Apex Legends for the Nintendo Switch. Oh yeah, that would be Josh Brooks and Justin Cruz. I'll tell you what. I haven't seen Justin, or I mean I did see JWE, aka Josh Brooks. So if he's here, the 69 Supersonics. Well, I mean they were good, but I was trying to think of. Oh no! I got one better. The 94 Supersonics, because if you remember, this was when they were. This was when MJ, Michael Jordan, he left to go play some baseball. So they figured. So the Sonics at the time figured, well, this might be our chance to win the thing. And also, hey, congratulations, Insane One. You just saw that you got the win. But what happened was, the 64 Supersonics, they got destroyed, all right, but it was not because of Hakeem. It was actually because of the what is it, the Denver Nuggets. Because if you remember, they had a very young Dikembe Mutombo, and they won. They ended up beating the Supersonics and upsetting them in 5 games, which was a best of 5 at the time. But you were talking about the Supersonics. Yeah, Hakeem destroyed them. The 60s, the 96 Supersonics. Yeah, they were destroyed by Hakeem and the Rockets. But I was talking about the 94 team that got upsetted. I'll never forget that one because that was supposed to be a stacked team too. So, all right. Well, let's get to let's see. Now, I'm not sure if Josh is here. Chemistry is just as important as talent. Yes. I mean, of course, Houston stepped up and they became a mini dynasty. I mean, they were the repeat champions in between the 2 three-peats that the Bulls had, if you remember. Yeah, because the 96 team made it to the finals. What am I talking about? They made it to the finals. Yeah, they did. I forgot about that. That just goes to show how long ago it was. All right, so okay. I'll have to. So, since I have no way to contact either Cruz or JWE, I'll just have to simulate this game. And the winner is the Lakers. No mystery there. Yeah, they relocated from Seattle to become the Thunder, I remember. Okay, next game is the Bucks against the Hawks. So I'm not sure if Wally's still here. If he is, His game is up next. But at least I can contact Nicole and Tanner. So let me do that really quickly before we start. Okay. All right. So, all right. Then Tan Man or Tanner C, whatever you wish to call him. Okay. All right. So the next one is the Bucks at the Hawks, Game 2. If the Bucks win, then they win the series. If the Hawks win, then we go to Game 3. So let's do it. Washed up. That's pretty cool. Mm. Good lifesavers candy. Okay. Oh yeah, Broken Twitch definitely. Oh, let me see what's going on Broken Twitch's show. Is he still going? Yeah, he's still going. You're gonna become big, and then okay, so I can't hear that. So let's move on. Okay, so you're gonna be a big boy. So yeah, wherever you end up, like if we have to make any adjustments, we will. Based off of Shaq. Anyway, there you see Walter Johnson, number 31. But then, of course, you had the Bucks with a very stacked lineup. Let's just say that. The key matchup is going to be Trae Young and Mario West. If Trae Young can have himself a big game today, then we will see a Game 3. Mm. All right, so Mario West then gets it to Giannis. Back to West again. West getting past Trae Young, and he gets the first bucket for Milwaukee. And like I said, if Milwaukee wins this, they move on to the next round. And Young with the three-pointer, and Atlanta takes the lead. Antetokounmpo. Nope. Tan-Man with an offensive rebound, but then got slapped away a couple of times. But somehow manages to keep his shot and, regain the lead from Milwaukee. Tell you one thing, that's just great athleticism for a big man. I don't know, they're not related. I know that. Oh, whoa. Anyway, Tan-Man, wow, almost made that shot. Anyway, Young, got himself fouled by Mario West. Excuse me. All right, now Walter Johnson, the Hulk. No, stolen away by Nicole McQueen. And wow, I'm surprised Nicole actually had the air to go there. I'm surprised she was able to dunk that. I mean, but then again, she does have a lot of spring in her step. And Giannis. And Tan-Man with a three attempt, but nope. Rebounded by Wally the Hulk Johnson. Spudwood could dunk easy. I mean, he was 5'6", but the thing is, not very many 5'6" guys could do that. But yet, Nicole was able to do it. Now Chris Middleton. Then to West. Nope, missed. 5'7". Anyway, Johnson. Now Trae Young. Nope, fouled. And that was Giannis' first foul. Nicole must have similar genes. I guess she could very well have. And Giannis, on the other side, got himself an open dunk. Anyway, Jeff Teague then back to Capella. Oh, and they nearly lost the ball. Oh, but Young got it back. But then denied. Then Hunter. No. Now, Nicole McQueen. I mean, look at those moves. Look at that. Then Antetokounmpo. No. Gets his rebound back. And will have to go to the line. And a rare miss there at the line. What are your thoughts of NBA legends calling today's players soft? Well, I honestly don't know. I mean, until you're actually in there, I really don't know if I can call any of those guys soft. I mean, sure, they may have a bit more finesse, than some of the players that came before them, but so it's really hard for me to say. But physical play does not necessarily mean you know much, really. I mean, I'd have to imagine it was physical back in the day, but it was a different league back then. All right, so Atlanta within 1 point, and then Giannis just takes it in himself. I mean, that's what they got to contend with. I mean, that's what you have to deal with as far as Giannis. Oh, and Jeff Teague, no, missed it. And wow, a three-pointer by Giannis. If Atlanta's not careful, they could pretty much lose this game already. And Teague, oh, bailed out by a foul by Brook Lopez. Different rules, different coaching, different styles. And Teague gets himself an and one opportunity. All right, so it's a 2-point game now. But Milwaukee going to hold on to the last shot. Brook Lopez gets it, and there's 8.2 seconds left. Let's see if they can get a shot off. Does Atlanta? Barker gets a long shot off. Nope. I mean, there you see the steal and the dunk there by Nicole McQueen. We'll skip that. And, ooh, nearly lost the ball there. And Teague with an open shot, but cannot convert on him. That's what you got to do. You got to make your shots. Oh, and Hill, wow, just got by his guy. That is piss poor defense. I'm sorry. All right. Well, Atlanta's going to have to definitely step up its intensity and make its shots if they're going to make it a game. They get a three-pointer off? No. But I will say this, next round, it's going to be very difficult. You know, they're not going to have it half as easy here. So you'd have to expect that the competition will be stiffer than it's been. All right, so back and forth between DiVincenzo and Hill. Anyway, Lopez didn't quite get the three in that case. Now Parker, gets it to the open man, and just like that, it's a 2-point game. I mean, that was just great passing. What can I say? But also getting yourself open and someone not picking up Herder, I think it was his name. Now DiVincenzo brings it in, and that's going to be a reach-in by Mr. Jones. All right, now Nicole. Right now Nicole just trying to use her moves. Oh, well, somehow was able to get a shot off, but now Parker has to deal with the speed. Johnson left alone and nearly got himself a 3-ball. Oh, the roof would have went off this place had he actually hit it. And no, a rebound, an offensive rebound there by Tan Man C. And there, of course, there you see Nicole McQueen had only 3 points, but it was more than enough for Milwaukee last time. And Parker got stuck a little bit. And Teague, gets a shot, and he makes it. And, wait, what? Oh, that was a turnover. Oh, my goodness. A rare mishap on the part of Milwaukee. And as a result, the Hawks get the ball back. I know for certain that that Kelly's not going to like that. You know, you cannot give away free possessions, even when you are winning. Anyway, Capella, well, they'll have to go to the line for 2, but yeah, that was a rare mishap on the part of Milwaukee, because they usually take care of the ball, but that was just a rare mishap. So now Capella goes to the line for 2, and possibly to tie this game up. And also, hey, what's up, Mario? Mario, you're in this, so you're in time for your own game. All right, so while Herder's going to the bench for Hunter, yes, you are. Right now, your team already leads the series 1-0. It's a best of 3. So if you win this, you win the series. And there's Mario West, gets it to McQueen, but a rare miss. So now Atlanta has a chance to tie this game again. Yeah, you were. Oh yeah, you wanted to be on the Trailblazers. The only reason I put you on this team was really because there was a couple of well that was a good way to get it in. That was a missed pass, but yet it still went in the bucket. Anyway, but anyway, the reason you're on this team, you're pretty much on loan at this point. And Young with a 3-point, and now it's a 1-point game. So simply you're on loan. But otherwise, I hope I really hope that Milwaukee can make use of you. Well, of your talents at least. Anyway, now West getting it to Tan Man, then Chris Middleton. Middleton with a miss at the three. So now Atlanta has a chance to take the lead right here. And they almost did. And Antetokounmpo, no. This has been a close game, much closer than I thought it would be. Now Young gets by his guy, and Atlanta takes the lead. All right, now Mario West, that is, then to Tan Man C, then to Giannis, back to McQueen, then to West again, and Tan Man with a shoot around, no. I mean, he got the shot off, but it didn't go in. Now Trae Young gets by Mario West, and he gets the bucket and a three-point play opportunity, and it came at the expense of Mr. Last Fox, Mario West. Atlanta just playing with a purpose. I mean, they want to win this. They want to win and force a game 3. Anyway, let me see how... Alright, so far, Quetzalcoatl and Florence Nightingale are having a great match. Oh, and a steal by Young, and a bucket by Walter the Hulk Johnson. I think the Bucks will find a way to win. Well, they better, because if they cannot get out of the funk that they're in right now, Atlanta could run away with this. And a foul, and it was by Jason Collins. All right, so Hill. And Hill, nope. A miss at the three-pointer. Now Hunter. And Walter almost lost the ball. And whoa, what kind of... That was a great circus shot. Look at that. Wait. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back. Let's go back here. Okay, let me see. Can I... Okay. Oh, there it is. This is what I wanted to show. Okay, look at what Wally does. Look at this. I mean, that's some prime Dr. J stuff. Look at this. Okay, let's go back a little bit. All right, look at Walter. Look at this. Wow. What more can I say about that? Anyway. All right. Clinton, who do you think is going to win the playoffs? Sadly, I think the Lakers will because of too many stars. Well, if any team could, it could be Milwaukee. But right now, Milwaukee's not playing like it. Right now. those are just some of the highlights from this past first quarter, or first half rather. And right now the Hawks lead 8 points. I mean, so even though the Bucks are, not that far off though. So all it will take is a huge run on the part of the Bucks, and they're right back in it. If you're the Hawks, the last thing you want is for Milwaukee to get back in this. Yeah. Yeah, of course this game is based on the previous season, so the Nets didn't have the star power they have now. So just bear that in mind. But there you see Trae Young. And while he and Walter Johnson, who's sitting next to him, are happy that they're up, they know that all Milwaukee needs is fire, and their night can be done. All right, here we go. A pass to Trae Young. And he gets by his defenders, and they only add to the lead. Trae Young, 13 points, with a plus-minus of +9. Now Giannis, spin around, shoot around, and he gets it. If the Nets can build chemistry, they are dangerous. Well, yeah, that's what they have to build. Because if they don't do that, well, any other team could probably beat them, Anyway, a miss. And now Milwaukee goes back on the other way. And a 3. And just like that, it's a 5-point game. I mean, this is exactly what you didn't want if you're Atlanta. But Young is not going to let that happen. A bucket and an and one opportunity at the line. All right, so a completed 3-point play. Now it's an 8-point game again. Mario West gets it to the big man, and they just cannot stop him right now. They cannot stop Giannis. And now Young trying to go circles around him. Now Capella, defended by Tanman, then Hunter. Back to Capella again. And Hunter, of course, being well defended by Nicole McQueen. Oh, and a rebound by Tanman. And a rare missed, a rare bad shot there by Giannis. Now Capella. Excuse me. And Giannis gets it to within 4. I mean, that's a good question. How do you stop him? Now Young, then to Capella. Oh, and a missed shot there. I mean, he rushed it. And West, no wait, offensive rebound there by Tanman. And Young, I think he may be panicking a little bit, and a rare miss, but then Tanman with an offensive rebound, and just like that, it's a tie game. And the Hawks squandered a 10-point lead, and just like that, it's a tie game again. Well, of course, you can't forget the lovely senoritas, and also, hey, there's Walter himself. I mean, he and the rest of the Hawks, they got to win this game, or else they're out of the playoffs. Anyway, Johnson. Well, Johnson, just as soon as he enters the chat, he gets himself 2 points and regains the lead for Atlanta. Now Atlanta has to slow things down, only quickening the pace if it would benefit them. Now Hill. Oh, no, wait, stolen! Stolen by Parker. Then gets it to, I think that was Teague, who then gets another bucket, and now it's a 4-point game again for Atlanta. Also, hey, Broken Twitch, what's up, man? I did get to see little bits and pieces of your show. Oh, okay, Blake. Whatever you wish to do. But anyway, great to see Broken Twitch here. So, hope you enjoyed the show, man. And anyway, great, what is it? Rebound there by Tan Man. And Nicole McQueen, nearly got herself an and one, but she'll have to go to the line for 2. And then Lucky says hello to Twitch. Anyway, there you see Nicole McQueen. And much like B Super before her, she looks different every time in every single one of her appearances, so... Alright, so she makes 1. Alright, so now McQueen with the second shot there. And she makes them both, so now it's a tie game again. Now Young being defended by McQueen. Sorry. Now Parker, then to Len. And Len is going to have to get something off. And Parker, well, they got something off, but it was not a good shot. They held the ball too long, and that's the problem. You cannot do that. Oh, nice interception there by Len. And yes, you are on the bench. But now, Teague. Back to Parker again. Now Teague trying to get some separation, but cannot. Then Jones back to Teague again. And a rare miss. Yeah, talent only gets you so far. If you can't put it together, then, especially when it matters most, then you're going to lose. Anyway, now Parker gets it to Young again. And Young, nope, cannot make it. They cannot capitalize on the fact that Giannis is on the bench as well. And, well, looks like Milwaukee will go to the line for 2. As Milwaukee is now in the bonus for the rest of this quarter. But anyway, how's everything going in Twitch land? Awesome. I'm happy that Mr. Broken Twitch is doing well. I mean, I know that things can be better, but I mean, I know that you're doing well, so. I mean, Twitch, do you see yourself playing in this? Whoa! Nice long shot by Atlanta. Now they take the lead going into the third quarter, and had that been the end of the game, they would have won. But Atlanta just fighting for its playoff life. If they win, they force a game 3. And of course, Bud. Oh, not really. I would be doing my own league. Oh, you would? I mean, I know that you were going to do the same thing with, say, NHL. And a three-pointer. Wow! The Bucks take it right back. Yeah, Bucks are not going to let this slip away. Still am. Awesome. I'll be interested to see how that goes, and I'm serious when I say that. And a missed shot there. Just a little too strong on the glass, and now Giannis back in. And a mismatch. And another shot by Lopez, and he's starting to heat up. And this is not what you want. You don't want anybody else but Giannis to heat up. Because Giannis, you kind of... It's a given. But if anyone else gets hot, oh boy. I'm working on it slowly. And a 3 for Atlanta. They needed that one. Now it's a 1-point game. Now Mario West. AKA Last Fox in the chat there. Now tries to take it in. And, well, Len gets a reach-in foul. All right, so Chris Middleton's coming back in. And Walter Johnson's coming in. The Hulk, number 31. Antetokounmpo, then to Middleton, and denied by Wally. And a backboard violation, a rare misstep there on the part of Nicole McQueen, and that's going to turn the ball over to Atlanta. But that was a huge block there by the Hulk. So now they have the ball as he is being defended by Nicole McQueen, and then she commits a reach-in foul of her own. Yeah, he may have to take over the game. Okay. They still have the ball. They get it to Capella. Of course, Johnson trying to space. Now Teague. Gonna have to get a shot off, but they don't, and it's a shot clock violation. So Milwaukee gets the ball back. All right, so Tan Man. Then to Giannis. Giannis being double teamed. And somehow manages to get a shot and get it in. It's a 3-point game, but last thing you want to do is panic. Make your shots when you can, but now Teague does not get it in. And Nicole McQueen with a shot of her own, and now it's a 5-point game. Yeah, they're going to have to slow down or find a good shot, but time is of the essence here. Oh no, wait a minute. Tan-Man! Collins got it back. But they're going to have to get a shot off here. And, well, it does hit the rim, but not a good shot. And, oh, well, a rare miss there by Tan-Man. And Teague takes it in. No. And Giannis we'll go to the line for 2. Also, hey, Chris Clark, what's up? Oh, and hello to Blue Jedi. Yeah, whoever has to. Well, that is if Milwaukee can hold on to this lead. And Johnson being well defended. And Capella had to force up a shot. Back to Collins. Uh-oh. Capella with a long shot. That was just a bad shot there. And Giannis once again just killing him. Atlanta just cannot stop him. And they can't even buy a bucket to save them. I mean, at one point, Atlanta had a 10-point lead, but obviously against Milwaukee, that's like nothing. And then, well, I'm happy that Chris and Twitch are, now, yeah, it's pretty much over. So, I mean, unless Atlanta starts becoming hot Atlanta again, I mean, this could be over. So, Giannis trying to make it a 3-possession game. And he does, so now it's a 7-point game. And a timeout by the Hawks. I mean, what they have to do is try to figure out a way to get open. And if they can get a 3, better. But if they can, find a way to get into the lane and get into the paint, they might have a chance. But of course, Giannis and the rest of the Bucks will anticipate that. And no, it's not street ball. Actually, I would think that would make it very competitive without question, but it's not like that. And Johnson with an open shot. No. I mean, it was a great shot, just didn't go in. And Nicole McQueen. Oh, Nicole McQueen just showing us how much poise she has. Yeah, just too much size, too much power, too much talent to overcome. We'll see what Wally says. If this score holds up, then we'll find out what Wally has to say as far as, free agency, if anything. But now being defended, now to Mario West. Nope. Does not make it, but But Trey Young, well, finally makes a basket, but it may be too little, too late. I mean, the Bucks are shooting 52% to 40% for Atlanta. If if it was Wally, if it was Wally could just slam Giannis. And Mario with a big three, and I think this might have clinched the game right here. And Hunter, nope. And Milwaukee's just going to hold on to the ball. But give it up to Walter and the Hawks. I mean, they did everything they could. And at one point, they were up by 10 points, at the start of the second half. But unfortunately, the Hawks just ran out of gas. And the Bucks will move on. I mean, what can I say? I mean, they have Giannis. I mean, Giannis alone is perhaps one of the biggest reasons why Milwaukee is a force. But some of the other players stepped up when they needed it. And for Walter, I don't know what he'll decide to do for next playoff season, but and of course there's Brian or Brook Lopez's brother. I forgot the other brother's name, but anyway, great to see Princess, who recently did a show of her own. All right, so let's take a look here. So Walter Johnson sadly only had 6 points, so the Hawks definitely could have used him more, but they just could not. They really couldn't get much out of him. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. And of course, Tan Man had a solid 10 points. Nicole had 8 points. Oh yeah, and Tan Man also had 13 rebounds. That also, contributes to the fact that the Bucks were just. What can I say about the Bucks? Oh, Robin Lopez. See, they have both Lopez brothers. So the Atlanta Hawks have been eliminated. So after that, I mean, we'll find out what Walter has to say about it. But congratulations to Tan Man and Mario and Nicole on advancing. So we'll find out if it's going to be if it will in fact be Chicago or somehow Boston manages to come back and win. We'll see what happens there. Let's see. Okay, so it's the Nets against the 76ers, so okay. So in the meantime, we will get let me see if yeah, your team is still in the hunt, of course. Oh. Also, let me see if John, since really it's his team. Okay, so John is available, so let me get him. There we go. Just wanted to check and see if John was there, and he is, so that's good. So we'll find out if Philadelphia, which includes my good friend MBN John, is going to move on. Excuse me. Anyway, there you see MBN John. But then, of course, he also has to deal with DeAndre Jordan, and we'll see how that matchup happens. How that matchup is going to go. I mean, the 76ers will go as far as MBN John will go. That much I will say. All right, let's move it on. Yes, the Hawks are out, so and I mean, of course, the Nets. I mean, well, what can I say? Both these teams are relatively good. I mean, they're relatively close in terms of record, but close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, I will say. As we are live here in the Barclays Center, and I will say, like, I had a chance to, like, I've never been there, but from what I've seen on television, it looks like a place to go, man. It looks like the place to go. So we'll see how the 76ers will continue from where they left off, and what the Nets will have to do in order to force a game 3, as it's going to be Kevin Durant against Tobias Harris. And that matchup might just depend, or will go a long way in determining this series. All right, now Seven-Step starts it out. Of course, there you see John next to the coach. And, wow. You know, if you weren't looking at... I mean, if you weren't looking at the uniforms, you would have thought that you'd been colorblind. Now, LeVert... Nope. Offensive rebound by Jordan, but then swatted away, and still nets ball. But that was a good defensive play there, because that could have been an easy putback for DeAndre Jordan had he actually managed to cleanly get a hold of it. Gets it to Durant. Gets it off, and he gets himself a bucket, so now it's a tie game. Horford, then to Simmons. Fans are chanting defense. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but anyway, Richardson, no. Back to Durant. Durant driving to the lane, no. Simmons, then to Richardson with a 3. He misses. And Allen with the big afro Back to Durant. Then Kyrie Irving. Back to Jordan, but once again denied. And Simmons, well, got it to Harris, and LeVert will commit the region foul. I mean, we still have. Let's see, what do we have? I mean, we still have the Chicago Bulls. We still have the Lakers, the Rockets, who you saw earlier, and the Toronto Raptors, among some of the teams that we have still yet to see. Are you shitting me? You got banned from... Well, exactly how did you do that? Or if that's even possible, or if you're just... really? And, well, I miss... I mean, that was well defended, though, so it's still their ball, but that was not a miscommunication, I thought. And LeVert, nope. And now the 76ers take it the other way. And Harris, great. Wow, that was not only good passing, but also, you know, just great awareness to get the shot off. Now Irving, double teamed, but he still manages to get it. I don't know if there's any validity to what you just said, Blake. Like, I'm not trying to, you know, what is it, be mean or anything, but I just find it very hard to believe that that's what you would get banned from the channel for saying the competition's name or something. Well, anyway, Simmons with a completion there. I mean, if you couldn't tell, I am at a loss for words, though, when it comes to what you just said. And Durant with a shot. Nope. Now Richardson gets it by, but he could not finish the... He couldn't finish the layup there, so now Irving... trying to find an open man. Oh, nearly lost the ball and almost scored, but could not finish it. And Simmons just... I'll tell you one thing. Simmons is slowly but surely taking this game over here. Wrestling is wrestling, I know. I mean, I'm just at a loss of words. Like, why would you... Well, first of all, why would you poke the bear? And number two, why would that constitute a ban? A ban, excuse me. I don't understand that. Anyway, well, there's the Cool Kids Club, so we move on. I mean, I get that they're trying to compete, but, you know, sometimes it's like... You would only be censoring at your own peril, really. Now Irving, then to Din... I'm not sure how to pronounce that guy's name, but anyway, there you see NBN John, number 76. I mean, of course, WWE doesn't really care too much about it. I mean, they're like you said, they're too rich. Anyway, John, wow, John just slammed it down. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. John just showed us how powerful he is. Oh, see, now that's the okay. See, now I think you just answered your. I think you just answered your own question. I think you just answered it for me. See, you can't be spamming. You know, and even if it was, if you were spamming something else, I think you'd be just as likely to be banned as well. But yeah, you can't be spamming like that. I mean, any company worth their own salt, it's like I don't appreciate spamming all that much. I mean, unless I know you that well, but still, that kind of answers it right there. Right now, Philadelphia in the lead, 16-6. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done that. But I think that would cost more money than it would be worth. So right now, Brooklyn. I'll tell you one thing. To the point of Clinton. I mean, you could have the talent, but if you can't put it together, then what good is that? Dinwiddie. There we go. Dinwiddie. Well, tries to drive in. Well, still manages to get the ball back. Then gets it to Prince. And well defended by John. And I'll tell you one thing. John is a force. I mean, look at that man. I mean, the man is, if I'm not mistaken, he's like 6'9". And sure, he may not weigh a lot, but the man is a force. All right, so O'Quinn gets it. Oh, and stolen by Dinwiddie. But that's the end of the first quarter. Blade is always being... oh. So let me check my messages. Okay. Not much happening there. All right, let's move on. I don't know if Blade wants, or I don't know if Blake wants to be. I just call him Blake. Anyway, nice defensive rebound there. So now Philadelphia is just. I'll say this: if Brooklyn cannot figure out what to do in terms of stopping them, this might not last very long. And John, well, that was a nice play on John, but they cannot convert on the other end. Now Ennis, then to John, who gets himself open and will have to go to the line. I guess you're talking to Blake about that, so okay. If that is why if I become a college coach, I would look for an offensive line as a whole. Oh, for football? All right, so that's one for John. because his channel was getting boring, Zach. And John, I'll tell you one thing, ever since he got off the bench, John has been a force. Not to say that they weren't a force before, but they... On the way, Thibault tries to seal it. Knocks it away from Dinwiddie. They get it back with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Then to Claxton. And Dinwiddie... No! Denied. Philadelphia just playing a complete game and just giving them a complete butt whooping right now. Burke, nope. I mean, that was a bit too impossible of a shot there. Now Claxton, then to Irving. Yeah, wide open. You cannot leave Irving out open like that. You just can't. So Brooklyn gets another bucket. Now Thibault. See, star power can only get you so far. For example, yeah, the Lakers and the Pistons. And, oh, nice roll in as John gets another 2 points. Look at this. John has more points by himself than the Brooklyn Nets. All right, so Brooklyn gets to the 10 mark, so... Now Quinn, nope, denied. And Kyrie Irving. Well, now Brooklyn is starting to figure it out. And if that's the case, then Philadelphia is going to be in for a fight as the 76ers will take a timeout. And once again, we have the Cool Kids Club. Okay. And like I said at the top of the show, any games we don't get to today, we'll have to do next week. And we will do this until we get all of our round 1 games off. And nope, almost got himself an and 1. And it happened at the expense of Durant. All right, so 23-12, Philadelphia. A little more than 3 minutes left to go. Also, hey, PPF, how are you? Stopping in between streams. I always go between streams, like not just your stream, but sometimes I would, go between you and then maybe Twitch, DKO, Princesses. I mean, I do that a lot, so I don't blame you. But it's good to see you. Anyway, Harris with a 3, and he hits it. Philadelphia just absolutely laying the smackdown on Brooklyn. Anyway, Durant, finally gets himself a bucket. I mean, you couldn't really stop him forever now, could you? Anyway, Simmons, acts a rare mishap where he steps out of bounds with the ball. So, one thing you don't want to do if you're Philadelphia or any team in the lead, and that is, you don't want to give teams second chances now, do you? You just can't. Well, it is Brooklyn. And the funny thing was, the last time Brooklyn had a major sports team, before the Nets, you'd have to go all the way back to 1957 when they recently lost their Brooklyn Dodgers. You know, the baseball team. I mean, they used to play in Ebbets Field, and they hadn't had a sports team ever since until now. Anyway, now Durant back to Dinwiddie and nearly got it, but instead an offensive rebound by Jordan. Why would you want them to move to Boise? You know, I mean, it would be cool if Idaho had a team, really. It would be a different look. Anyway, Simmons, almost lost the ball. Now Brooklyn is starting to make a move here. Now Jordan gets in, but too strong off the back of the iron, and Simmons just blows by his guy and stuffed it in. Anyway, yeah, it happens because there's only so much time in the day. We are all trying to show our content. And then you say hi, and hi, Clinton. Yeah. I do not like Salt Lake. There's more jazz in Boise. Maybe I want to watch live basketball. I mean, I understand number 3 more because Embiid, nice pass to him. I mean, they just thread the needle really well. Uh-oh, here comes the big man, John, but they might not need him for this one. No, they don't. They'll have to wait until after the next half starts, but yeah, I mean, really the only times I'm not able to show off my content is when I'm either too sick or when I know I'm going to be busy, with other stuff. So, we move on. All right, so the Nets are, right now the Nets are not that far off. And these are just some of the highlights from earlier. But as it stands, the Sixers are in the lead. And of course the field goal percentages might give you the idea of why that might be. And I have all this works on the roof, so I can. So, okay, let me read this again. Yeah, and I have all this work on the roof, so I can just do it when I have time. But I do watch the replays when I get the time to do it. Exactly. I think you just answered it right then and there, so I appreciate that. And I seriously mean that. I'm not being facetious or anything. Also, hey, Nicole McQueen. Nicole, you missed your game earlier. I believe it was previous game, actually. Anyway, Levert gets it to Durant. And not a good first start there, but now Harris getting it to Richardson, and he slams it down. Philadelphia wins this, they win the series 2-1, or 2-0, I should say. And Kyrie Irving, no. But an offensive rebound by Jordan. He seems to be, you know, he seems to be in the right place at the right time when it comes to offensive rebounds and putbacks is on DeAndre Jordan. Harris with a shot, no, it goes in and out. Now LeVert going the other way. Has to be careful not to turn the ball over. Oh, nice tip-in by Jordan. So far, Jordan is holding up his end of the bargain. Now the fans are engaged. 8-point game now. Simmons, shoot around, turn around, and he gets it. That silences the crowd for the moment. Now Durant gets in the lane, and he goes a little too hard on the glass there. Now Richardson. Ooh, gets it to Simmons, and Simmons finishes it up. Just like that, 2 quick baskets, and already Philadelphia quiets this crowd. Now Irving, nope, slapped away, and it's still Nets ball. Excuse me. All right, so Claxton back to Irving. Irving finally gets a shot, and he buries it this time. Ennis gets past the screen. Then dumps it off to Horford. No. Claxton stops it. And now the artist known as Prince gets all the way. No, he does not. Now they have to set up for another shot. And nope, too hard off the backboard. Or the rim. And now at 3. And he hits it. I believe that was Tobias who hit that. Tobias Harris. And Irving gets by his guy, and we'll go to the line. Anyway, we are now at the final hour of our show, so yeah, we might have enough time for maybe one more game. But like I said, any games we don't get to do, we'll have to do the next week. Now, I do also have another special coming up. I'll mention it towards the end of our show when we get to it, so... Excuse me. Harris then to Thibault. Thibault, well defended. Nope, yeah, well defended indeed. As Prince, the basketball player known as Prince, gets it and he hits it off the backboard, excuse me, and into the basket. Again, I'm not much of a basketball fan. Well, I mean, I am, but just not that well known compared to, say, like football or something like that. Anyway, nice shot there by Thibault. And every time that the Nets have something going, they really cannot go on a big run. And Kyrie Irving, great shot. Like right now it's a 9-point game, but we'll see if Brooklyn can get a stop. Then Harris. Back to Berg. And a rare miss. Irving then to Prince. Nope. Then Claxton gets it, but a little too hard. Now Harris takes it back the other way. Now being double teamed. No, wait. All right, so it's going to be a jump ball. All right, so NBN John ends up with it, with the ball, I should say. Gets it to Harris, then to Berg. Berg, another 3-ball. I mean, it's gotten so silent you can hear a pin drop. All right, so Irving. And Irving, great shot there. Now Burke back to Harris. Yeah, Philly has definitely been playing an overall great game. And nope, not that time. Not that possession anyway. Anyway, Irving gets it, so we're back to an 8-point game now. But overall, yes, Philly has been playing a great game. Now Burke gets in the lane and another basket. Irving trying to hold on to the last shot, and he misses that 3-point shot at the end of the third quarter. So it's still a 10-point game. I mean, Philadelphia, to Clinton's point, has played a great game. They played well after 3 quarters, but all it takes is one. All it takes is one big quarter from the Nets if they have any chance of forcing a Game 3. So we'll find out right now. All right, so NBN John is going to start out. I mean, John has definitely done a great job in the time that he's been in the game. Harris, nope, offensive rebound, and that's exactly what John does. The man is a tower. He always picks up the messes that people make. Dinwiddie. Oh, and Embiid ends up with it. Then John. Well, he was about to dunk it, but had it not been for Kevin Durant, and look at that, Kevin Durant is livid here. He cannot believe that was a foul. And I'm like, well, what did you expect it to be? Come on, Kevin. I mean, I'll credit. I think it was Kyrie Irving who was trying to calm him down, and I will credit him for that. But that's how much John has meant, to Philadelphia. I mean, he's been, you know, low key the reason why Philadelphia is a team to be reckoned with. Anyway, nice shot there. Anyway, Dinwiddie then to Levert. Levert, nope. A rebound by John. And John, well, that was a rare miss. But then Embiid just comes in and he just throws it down. And now Philadelphia's starting to pull away. And then, well, nearly stolen, but still Nets ball. All right, so NBA and John's going to come out and get a rest. I mean, what can I say? It's been a slaughter. And that was a bad pass there. Simmons. So now it's been a 9-0 run for the best part of a minute and 20 seconds. And Richardson, another dunk. I mean, Brooklyn just cannot buy a bucket. And they'll call timeout. All right, Dinwiddie. Then to Durant. Durant, great shot. Finally gets off the schneid for the moment. Harris with a shot and a miss. And Levert. Yeah, Philly's going to be tough to, especially not just with the stars that they already have, like Joel Embiid and Richardson, Harris, Al Horford. But then when you add, NBA and John, oh yeah, and Ben Simmons, I forgot about Simmons too. But when you add somebody like John, I mean, you're adding a guy that is very dominant as a center. So yeah, Philly's going to be tough. I'd have to imagine they'll be tough for any team that goes up against him, be it the Raptors, be it Chicago, or Milwaukee, whoever ends up against them. They'll definitely have their hands full. Anyway, Simmons, nope, is out of bounds and turns it over. A rare mishap. And a foul onto Levert by Horford. Have a great stream. Shared, left a like. All right, not a problem. Not a problem. I understand if it's just because the game is out of reach, and so I understand. So while PPF is going to go take care of what he needs to do, I think we will have time for one more game, and what that game is going to be, we'll find out in just a moment. All right, so Simmons. Right now they have the lead, so they don't even need to hurry up. They have it. Anyway, Embiid, another shot, and this time an and one coming up. I mean, just fouled as he was getting a shot off, and he makes it. Well, now we're at that point where the 12th men are coming out. All right, so he completes it, and they'll take a timeout. I'm not sure why. I mean, I guess they're just trying to milk it for all it's worth, really. Not for the Bulls. Well, I mean, of course. Well, let's not forget, you do have to deal with Boston first. But Joel Embiid is declared the player of the game, and why would he not be? Anyway, Musa, a lot of dribbling, and, well, it's going to go to the line. All right. Yeah, Boston is a great team. I mean, especially IRL, but given that this was before we knew how good they were, but we'll find out what Boston will do. In the second game against the Bulls. I almost called them the Bills, but I meant the Bulls. Sorry. Cormats. Oh, Embiid just continuing to just. They cannot stop him. Not even the 12th men can stop him. And Chandler will go to the line. I mean, again, it's just a mere formality here. And another rebound for Embiid I'm surprised they haven't taken him out. Given that he's already given them so much. Why risk an injury here? I mean, Embiid just... All right, finally gets it to Harris. No. Back to Harris again. But the shot clock didn't reset, though. Well, that time they didn't get anything, so... And a three-pointer, and they actually hit that one. Now, there's about a 7-second difference between the shot clock and the normal clock, so they'll have to take one more shot left. No, I am just simply watching. I'm not playing. Like, I'm not playing the game, actually. That would kind of be like cheating, actually. Unless I was doing a franchise mode or something, but I'm not. But they're going to hold on, and that's going to do it. So Philadelphia wins the series 2-0 as they advance to the second round. And Brooklyn will have to figure out what went wrong. They had a good season this year, but it just wasn't to be. All right, so the one guy we're going to look at is NBA John, who had 13 points. However, it was Harris who had 14, but it was Joel Embiid who had the double-double with 11 points and 10 rebounds. So, what more can you say about that? Okay, so we have time for maybe one more game. However, we'll find out what game that actually is. And like I said, if whatever games we don't get, we'll just have to do next week. So it's not a problem. Also, let me simulate this. Actually, wait. Oh no, wait, that one's already done. What am I doing? Oh, it's the Clippers against the Suns. Okay, let me see. Let me see if let me see. Let me see if is Hagen. Let's see. Is Hagen? No, Hagen's not available. And plus, if he's not available and I can't reach out to Logan, what I might have to do is simulate this game. So that's what I'll do. And the winner is, of course. And Phoenix actually ties it, and we go to a game 3. Okay. All right. Well, then what's the next game after that? The Bulls at the Celtics. So yeah, had Hagen Cates or what's his face and or Logan, had they been here, I would have showed off their game, but they're not. So the next game is Chicago at the Celtics for game 2. So, oh yeah, almost forgot. Let me do this really quick. Let me do this. Let me do this series really quick just to simulate this one. Oh, okay. So I guess not. Okay. Well then, let's go to this one. So we have Chris Clark, Jordan Walker, Joshua James, Kyle Young. Also, let me let Kyle Young and let me let Kyle Young and That would be a great finals though. Or is Clinton? Well. I made him, but it was after the playoffs started, so too little, too late. But let me just let Mr. Joshua James know. I'm just letting James know. Okay. Also, let me do this really quick. Last time that Chicago won a championship was 1998, so that falls into this one. And the last time that the Celtics won was back in 08. So we'll just go with those particular uniforms. So, okay. All right. So, last game of the day. Well, the Bulls will have to take care of business against the Celtics. There you see Jordan Walker himself with 8.3 points thus far in the playoffs. Then, of course, you can't forget Kemba Walker. You just cannot do that. I mean, Kemba Walker is probably the one guy you got to watch out for. I ain't going to let this end up poorly. Fans are going nuts in Boston, but they're going to have to. I would have to say the Celtics will have to play out of their minds if they want to force a game 3. So we did see earlier that the Suns forced a game 3 in their series against. I think it was against. I forgot who they were facing off against, but they forced a game 3, so we are going to see that game. You got a new phone? There you see Joshua James, who had 8.1 points. Not sure how you got that many points. Anyway, there's Chris Clark. And apparently we have Adam Sandler as a coach. All right, so here are the starting lineups: Clark, Walker, James, and then you also have Kyle Young, who is on the bench to start out with. All right, so James starts out, gets it to Clark, and we get started. All right, Clark to Levine. Oh, nearly lost the ball. They still managed to get it. Carter Jr. gets a shot, and he makes it. Chicago leads 2-0. Anyway, Walker, well, Kemba Walker, that is. Got to be more specific as to which Walker I'm talking about. Anyway, Zach LaVine gets it, and just like that, it's 4-0. All right, now Kemba Walker coming back in. Then to Enes Kanter, who IRL became the WWE 24/7 champion. Then Tatum, and they come back with a bucket of their own. Now LaVine with another shot. Nice dunk by James. I mean, I knew that James could fly. I didn't realize how high he could go up. Oh, and Walker left it wide open. Oh, but he couldn't finish the job there. Now he gets it to Jordan Walker, who blows by his defender and just gets a bucket himself. Now Kemba Walker, well, tries to get another bucket, but too hard off the glass. And Carter Jr. fed by Chris Clark. Look at that, 83% already. And Walker just cannot get anything going. Now Jordan Walker stops, pops, nope. But then Brown gets it. Now they go the other way. And Walker just cannot get anything. Well, Kemba Walker. Now the other Walker comes down and slams it. And already the Celtics will have to take a timeout. I mean, Brad Stevens just cannot be too happy with, Boston and their effort, or lack thereof. Walker being well defended. Then gets it to Hayward. Hayward actually managed to get inside and get a bucket. Excuse me. Anyway, Clark handed off to LaVine. and denied by Ennis. And Tatum gets a bucket. Now Boston's starting to come back a little bit. That's back-to-back buckets and a stop. So now we got to see if Chicago can can get a score here. LaVine back to Clark. That is how the Celtics will play. Burp. Huh. Anyway, the burp was just me being, I had a lot of gas. I'm not sure if you knew that. But, wow, Boston has just made a 6-point run. So now it's a 4-point game. Well, now make that a 6-point game again. As LaVine gets an open bucket from Clark. Okay. Now to Enes Kanter. Back to Kemba Walker. Now defended by Jordan Walker, but Kemba, nope, a defensive rebound there by Joshua James. Then Walker comes in and just continues to just torch Boston at this point. Now Brown back to Tatum again. Then Kanter back to Brown, back to Tatum. Oh, gets inside position on James, and James has to foul him. Let me see what's going on as far as. Okay, LTD's doing good. I don't know who has the most points right now, other than just the teams. All right, so it looks like Levine and Clark are going to come out, and oh yeah, and I forgot Roblox. I.e. Eli Ross Jr. is coming in, along with Kyle Young, aka Fletcher. I forgot that Fletcher. Well, there's Fletcher, aka Kyle Young. Markkanen. Oh, almost made himself a 3, but did not quite do that. Anyway, then Smart. Shoot around, turn around. No. And now Kyle. Too strong off the glass. Green defended by Jordan Walker. But then to Theus, and he will have to go to the line for 2. All right. So now it's 16-10 Boston. Or, sorry, Chicago over Boston. All right, well, they get 1 of 2 at the line. And Kyle Young gets an open shot, and he makes it. So Kyle Young gets his first basket of the game. But it's not a runaway. And a long 3, but it's nowhere close. I mean, there you see the block from Joshua James, but it's 18-10 Chicago. And look at all the championships that Boston has won over the years. A lot of world championships in the 50s, the 60s. There was even a stretch where they won 8 titles straight. And Williams, I mean, he comes into the game and already goes to the line for 2. I mean, they caught him. They caught, you know, I believe that was Ross Jr. who committed that foul. There you go. All right, so they make 2 of 2, and it's 18-12. Now, Eli Ross Jr., a.k.a. Roblox, gets it to Jordan Walker, then to Fletcher, i.e. Kyle Young, then to Markin, and back to Walker with a 3. Walker gets the 3! So, I'll tell you one thing. Walker can not only does he have the ability to drive to the bucket, he could also shoot. I mean, that just makes him a threat inside or out. Anyway, Tatum with a 3, and he made it. Oh, they needed that. They needed that one. And Walker with another shot. Oh, and it barely bounced out, but it's going to be Celtics ball now. So while Kyle Young is going to be out, back onto the bench. Now Tatum with the ball. We'll have to find out towards the end, but right now, oh, nice rebound there by Walker. Then gets it to Eli Ross Jr., a.k.a. Roblox. And how do you miss a shot that easily? What the hell? Anyway, let me see what's going on as far as... Okay, so it looks like PPF is doing The Walking Dead. Okay. Oh, yeah, and I forgot that DKO was... Oh, he had a show earlier, so I'll have to watch that after. All right, now let's focus completely on this game here. Roblox, then to Saransky. Saransky. Then gets it to Walker, who dunks it in. Yeah, Shifty. Okay, so Shifty's coming up. All right. Yeah, Blaze did a great job. I mean, I knew that Blaze has enough of a following, so at least I'm not taking away from him. So I'm happy about that. It's been a great game so far for Chicago. And Green with an open shot, but it does not even connect. All right, so looks like Walker's going to take a rest while guys like Chris Clark and Joshua James are going to come back in. And Clark, like a bulldog, doesn't give it up, but then James comes in, gets an offensive rebound, and puts it in. I mean, James was... it was James who was the MVP of the previous game. But it looks like Chris Clark gets a reach-in foul for his trouble. And Kemba Walker trying to make a move. And partially blocked by Joshua James. Then to Saransky. Back to James. And he slams it down. James... Well, I'll tell you one thing. It looks like... I think James is trying to get... trying to become MVP again. But instead it's Saransky who fouls Marcus Smart. And Smart's going to go to the line. I think. Boston doing everything it can to stay in, because Boston has been to the free throw line, whereas Chicago has not had to be because they've been making their shots. Well, they miss. Okay, well, they get one of two. And James, once again, well, it looks like James now has 8 points. All right, now Kemba Walker being defended by Chris Clark. Then Brown gets a shot off, but it rolls in and out. Then you have Zach LaVine. Now Clark. Then to Saransky. Then to James. James gets fouled. I mean, that's just how good Joshua has been. You know, Joshua has made an impact every time he steps on the court. So Saransky's out, and in comes Kyle Young. All right, so Kemba Walker coming in. Defended as best as possible, but then Markkanen with the first foul of his own. So far, the Celtics have been to the line. I have yet to see Chicago get back to the line there. Now Chris Clark. No, quite the opposite. He's oh, look at this. He's going for a three. Wow, look at that. James is the one that's on fire. That does not look like a guy that looks injured. That's a guy that's on fire. Well, in more ways than one. Now Brown. Hayward. For a moment I thought he was going to shoot. Hayward now gets closer, and he does, in fact, make the bucket. Now Clark then gets into the open Markkanen, and Clark gets himself an assist. Good job there by Chris Clark. I'm not sure if Chris is watching this or if he's in character, so he doesn't want to talk. Anyway, Kemba Walker gets past Clark, and they get a bucket. Now Chris Clark makes his move. Oh, he blows by his guy, and he gets 2 points himself. So Chris Clark having himself a quiet game himself. Walker with a three-pointer. Nope, does not get it. And we're going to go to halftime. I mean, here are just some of the highlights, and this was, I think this was the first bucket of the game that was made by Carter Jr., and although he hasn't had any points since then, well, actually, that's another set of points he got. There you see Walker. Look at this. Goes all the way. I mean, field goal percentage-wise, it's not even close. Okay. We're back. Kemba Walker. And to Tatum, then to Brown. Then back to Walker in the paint. But he'll have to back out a little bit. Then back to Brown, and he gets an open lane, and he gets himself his first bucket. Jaylen Brown. Now Levine, who has not had a very good game, but Walker was right there to get not only did he get himself an offensive rebound, but he also got himself 2 more points to make a case for himself as MVP, and a well-timed block there. Then Chris Clark gets it to Walker. Stop and pop, and he hits it. Just like that, Walker with 4 points in under a minute. Now he gets it to Tatum. Tatum, wow, behind the back pass to Cantor. And I don't care what you say, that was just a great play by Boston. So really, what could you say? And of course, the coach was not too happy about that. You know, that last bucket that they gave up. So they're going to call timeout. All right, so Walker gets it to, well, Jordan Walker got it to, I think that was Carter Jr., but then it was Levine who gets himself a 3. So Levine, like, he's been very quiet as Levine, so for him to finally start waking up would be beneficial for Chicago, and that would definitely spell bad news for Boston. Now Tatum, defended against by Carter Jr. Now Brown, blocked by Carter Jr. Then he gets it to James. Then back to Eli Ross. No, but although Ross was denied by Tatum, Joshua James gets himself an offensive rebound and a bucket. I mean, I really believe this is going to come down to who can get the most points for Chicago. And Brown stuffs it in. Anyway, Levine, oh, blocked. But then, well, James is going to have to go to the line. Although he got hit in the face really hard, did Joshua James? That's where his minor injury comes from. His somewhat fractured nose. So Levine is going to take a seat. Saransky is coming in. All right, so Green, well defended by Saransky, but then Smart being defended by Eli Ross III, or Jr. All right, now Jordan Walker gets himself a 3, and he hits it. Goodness gracious. I mean, does he really have the green light to do that? Anyway, Brown. Oh, wait. Solon. Then gets it to Walker. And, well, a rare miss there by Walker. Now Smart goes back the other way. And Green with a 3. No. Eli Ross with a rebound, and now he takes it, blows by his guy, stops, pops, and he hits it. Eli Ross with a bucket of his own. And Poirier, then to Theus, back to Smart. Poirier with a 3. No. A rebound by Walker. Walker trying to find somebody. He does. And Ross with a stop and pop of his own, and he gets it. Right now, Chicago just shooting lights out, and if they do this for every game, they're gonna be very tough to stop. Oh, and almost nearly stolen by Roblox. Green, shoot around, turn around, no. Now Eli Ross. And wow, what a stuff there by Joshua James. And Brown, nope, well defended by Jordan Walker, and it's out of bounds. And Brown, nope. Doesn't get that one. Now Ross Jr. Then to Markkanen. Markkanen. And that's the end of the third quarter, but it really is not going to matter all that much because it's a 30-point game. It's like the nation of domination, really. I mean, look at Chris Clark. Look how happy he was. All right. All right, so it looks like the 12th men are in this are on the court. I mean, the star players are pretty much done. I mean, what more can they do? Anyway, Porter. Nope. Well, it looks like they're going to rest their starters, but Porter then to Markkanen. Markkanen slams it. You don't get to see Markkanen do that very often, but that was just a great play to get him the ball and slam it. And Green gets fouled and we'll have to go to the line. Yeah, they might actually do this. I might have to make some adjustments for next round. I'll have to do that after the first round has been completed. But for now, Chicago is just they're showing us why they are one of the favorites to win this. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the Lakers, honestly, this would be the team to beat. This would be the team to beat, but of course the Lakers are very powerful, so we might have a classic on our hands here. Anyway, there you see Kyle Young. Then to Porter. Porter with a big shot. Yeah, they did get steamrolled. I mean, heck, even the 12th men. When I say 12th men, I'm talking about the guys that are normally bench players. Those are the guys that are on the court right now for both teams. Well, even the 12th men are outplaying theirs. Unfortunately, I already set it up to where it's always a best of 3. And that's because that way it doesn't drag on longer than it should. But in the meantime, I will mention that the next big thing I have coming up is the World Series between myself and the San Francisco Giants and Elmeister and the New York Yankees. So I still have to talk to Elmeister about it. If we can find a date for it, great. If not, I'll just have to do it myself. It's whatever. I'm not going to cry about it. But I would love to get Elmeister on commentary because it would definitely add to the entertainment factor of it all. Of course, you still have to get past, Philadelphia. You still got to get past Giannis and the Bucks, and you also have to get past the Raptors. And those guys are not those three teams I just mentioned. Those will be the teams that you're you're more likely to lose to. But if you can get through them, oh boy, I think we might have a chance against the Lakers. Anyway, Fletcher, i.e. Kyle Young, gets by his guy and he slams it. I mean, that was just a great slam there by Kyle Young. All right, now Kemba Walker. Shot it? No. Gafford gets it. But again, yeah. I mean, well, you can't feel too bad about Boston. I mean, after all, this is a team that dominated the best part of a decade in the 1960s. You know, this is a team that won championships, so I really wouldn't feel too bad about Boston and their 17 championships, which is tied for the most with the Lakers. Anyway, Williams, nope, didn't get anything going. All right, now Kyle Young. Well, trying to do a little too much, but thankfully he can afford to. Then Kemba Walker blows by his men and gets a bucket. Now we got 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. And Kyle Young, a.k.a. Fletcher, then to White. Well, I mean, well, that's his last name anyway, but... And we have a reach-in foul. And coming in for Kyle Young is Saransky again. I mean, look at the star players there. Look at them. In just a few moments, we're going to find out who the MVP of this game really was. I mean, was it Zach Walker? Was it Joshua James? Or was it someone else? Anyway, Porter certainly isn't him. Oh, Poirier gets open, but does not finish. Anyway, White, nope. Gafford with an offensive rebound, and he gets an and one. Yeah, there you see the offensive rebound and then getting fouled. And he misses the three-pointer, but that's okay. Kemba Walker blows by his guy and gets another bucket. So while Kemba Walker has done exactly what you'd expect him to do, he just didn't get enough help. Anyway, Porter trying to do a little too much, and we'll go to the line again. Well, actually, no, not again, but it'll go to the line nonetheless. Otto Porter. Well, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed the show. Um, if you haven't, do leave a like. And if you like what you see, do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And and do and I hope you do get a chance to hang out with us. It's I do love doing these. I don't just do it for myself. I do it for you guys. So anyway, Porter with I believe he made both shots. I didn't see. I was too busy talking. But anyway, 53 seconds. Oh, Walker just gets by his guy. But then again, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's over. I mean, so no need to foul hard or play hard, especially when the game's really out of hand. Porter, nope. Langford, then to Poirier. Poirier does complete it, so Boston does have 40 points, which is a bit, but it's not as good as the 71 points that Chicago has. But I will say this, Chicago is not going to have it half as easy as they just did against Boston. Boston was good, but they just could not compete with the raging Bulls. And Chicago will just hold off on it. They're not going to try anything, and it's over. With the exception of the Bulls fans that came amongst all these Boston Celtic fans, they got to see a dominating force on display. And we're going to find out who the MVP is in just a moment. But regardless, the Bulls do in fact move on to take on, if I'm not mistaken, Giannis. And we'll find out if they can even stop him. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the box score. Ooh, it was close. It was close. But by 1 point, Joshua James got the job done. And he also had 3 more rebounds, 2 more assists, and 1 more block. So if we were just going by every single, meaningful stat, if we were just going by that, then without a doubt, Joshua James is in fact the MVP. But Walker was just as great when it came to, all the other stuff that you could ever ask of anybody. Kyle Young, I mean, he had 4 points, an assist and a steal. And then Chris Clark, he only had 2 points, but he had 5 assists. So Clark did most of his damage by just simply getting in position, getting his guys set up. And all right, well, let's take a look at at where we stand right now. Let's take a look where we stand right now. Right now on this side of the bracket, so OKC swept its series against Golden State, so they moved on, and they will be taking on the winner of Portland and Los Angeles. We still need to do Game 2 of Houston at Utah. And then, of course, we have the third and deciding game of the Clippers and Phoenix Suns, which we will see, whether or not Hagen Kate and Logan Hinton do show up. We will have to see that game at some point. On the other side, you have the Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks. So, yeah, I that's going to be a toss-up. But then you have Philadelphia, who is still awaiting the winner of Miami and Toronto. And so by that stretch, we have one, two, three, four series we still need to decide before we can move on. But until then, this is June22 signing off, saying goodbye. I will see you guys next time, and I will keep you guys posted as to what exactly we'll be doing. But for now, stay safe, wear a mask, wash your hands and your butt, and wash your ass too while you're at it. Um, and also, sanitize whenever you can, and whenever you can, do get your vaccination shot, provided you are within the age group that you are currently. Of course, if you're watching this in the distant future, I hope that never becomes a thing again. But until then, have a great day, everybody. Peace out. Yes, you did better than the last round without question, but I will leave it at that.